Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Alright then, so you may hear a fan in the background because it's been bloody hot in this country, in London. Today's like 35, 34 Celsius. Tomorrow's going to be another 30 Celsius. So I got my fan blaring, so you're going to hear some noise, okay? Okay, so back to the video. This is the Honor Pad 10. I've had this for 3 days now. I've been using it on and off. Of course, I'm not really getting to play with much gadgets these days with a lot of stuff happening, like the new job and so on. Also doing some freelance work as well. Just finish off some work today for them as well. And yeah, so I decided to do a bit of a hands-on impression of this. Watched my video last year. I did a Honor Pad 9. I thought it was one of the best on 12 inches budget tablets. This one's the same. This one is actually really good. Check out my unboxing. I said it was one of the best designs. It's the body was one piece of metal wrapped around. Fantastic. Screen is good. Again, for what I paid. I'm not 100% sure. Let me double check to make sure that it's still on sale on the official website of Honor. At the moment, the Honor on the website is £299. So the initial £30 that I got is no more, and the keyboard and pencil is also no more. So unfortunately, for those who want to buy one, missed out on it. I had a pretty good deal, keyboard and pen. Or pencil, sorry, keep on saying pencil, and plus a £30 voucher, so altogether $269.99. So unfortunately you missed it, but back to this. This is a great tablet, 12.1 inches, 16 by 10. In the intro, check out the specs I posted in there, full specs, and let's check this out. This is, I would say, mid-range. The performance is currently using is a Snapdragon 7th gen. So it's not the best. So Snapdragon 7 Gen 3, but it's good. It's better than the last year's model, which was Snapdragon 6. This one's 8 gigabytes of RAM, 256 storage, no expandable storage, nothing like that. That's the norm nowadays, of course. So 120 Hertz. It's very smooth. I do find the screen slightly better than last year's. Again, I've been using it. It's actually really good. I do like it. So let's go into some of the basics again. Let's go into settings. As you can see, there seems to be a update already. Hope you can see it from here. Maybe I can move it up a bit closer so you can see that. Let's go into the settings, and I'm blanking out. Here you go. Let's go and check out the brightness. You got all your usual stuff. One thing about Honor, just like last year when I compared the Honor to my Redmi Pad Pro, similar size, I did notice the Honor. You can see the brightness already. It's not. What is that? That's like 35%, 40%, and it's actually pretty bright. All things considered, when I compared it to my Redmi, I had to do like 65%. So that helps you save some battery as well. Usual stuff. Temperature, I put it on vivid, and I slightly made it slightly warmer. I prefer warm. You got eye comfort, all of the same old resolutions on, and here you go. Again, I've always said this, I just wish that companies would have a breakdown of 60, 90, 120, 144, but you just got the 60 and 120, and then you got the dynamic. I just wish other companies does what Nubia does, have a breakdown of each individual ones, you know. Let's go on about this. So as you can see, 8 Gen 3, 8 gigabytes of RAM. The battery is 10,100 milliamp. The eye comfort, that's the resolutions there. Let me just move it up closer to you. There you go. 256 storage, Magic OS version 9.0, and over Android 15. So all the basic stuff here. nothing that any Android user are not familiar with. All right then, so let's go into some benchmark. I did some Geekbench mark here. As you can see, single core 1149 and multi-core 3156. And here's this comparisons. Of course, it's not going to compete against the Ultras. It's funny when you check out my OnePlus 3 hands-on, the OnePlus is up there. Do bear in mind, remember, OnePlus was the latest flagship Snapdragon. This is the 7th gen, but I've been using it for the last 2-3 days, on and off, and I've not seen any slowdown. Yeah, everything's still really smooth. You know, real world scenarios have been fantastic. And remember, I don't really play games on tablets or mobile phones, so a lot of stuff, just watch movies. Movies are great, sounds great. I'll go into the sound and quality later. You can multi-score again. It's never going to beat any of the Ultras or Pluses like that. Apologies for that. Noise upstairs. The kids are back. Okay, let's go into GPU. 3601. Again, it's not the best compared to some of the others, but I've actually installed Need for Speed. I'll show you that. It actually looks pretty good. I know there's a lot of people out there ask me, hey, upload Genshin Impact, or where was that one? Reverend High, or I can't even pronounce the word, or was it Honkai Express, or those kind of ones. But like I said, it's not about downloading. It's just I don't play games on mobile devices. It's just not my thing, and I don't want to set up Genshin Impact to log in, create an account. It's not my thing. So I may show a couple of things like racing games, Asphalt or Need for Speed in this case. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Then I've also downloaded 3D Mark, which I did last time for my OnePlus, if I can find it. That is, here we are. Now I'm gonna do a, I don't get this, why does it go to landscape? No, sorry, portrait, weird. Okay, seems like installing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it and then we go to the results. Okay, I'm back. So here's the results. 5288. Frame rate is 31.67. So I don't know, I suppose it's mid-range. 30 frames per second is so bad. It's not going to be 60 or above. Like I said, this is only a pretty mid-range device. Alright then, but mainly this is just, like I said, for movies, traveling, a little bit of work. You get a lot of freebies, like which one is it? This app here is called Honor Docs. If anybody's familiar with kind of Microsoft Office, you just go into create, got new doc, so that's kind of Word. Typing is decent. I think it's under millimeter, is not too shallow and not too thick. Hope that makes sense. So traveling distance not bad. It does what it needs to do. It's a Bluetooth, and you can see here, this is the on and off, and the USB. It's quite a nice design, nice and thin here. Doesn't really, you know, add bulk to the case slash keyboard. As you can see, just get rid of some of these, and then you got new slide, which is the PowerPoint, I assume. It probably is, look like almost exactly the same. So if you want to do a multitasking or having two apps at one time, it's actually, I find this kind of easier than OnePlus. But then again, I did say in OnePlus when I did disabled all the swipe gestures, so that's probably the reason why. Just hold it down, move it to the side. Okay, then you go in and just select another one. Then you got two. You can move it as normal. It's actually really smooth. I tried free, but it doesn't work with free. Let me know if I'm wrong. But at the moment, I can't seem to get free at that time. But I just don't know if I can do floating. Let me try if I can do floating. Actually, not tried it. Let's have a look. There you go. So you've got floating as well. You can move that around. Let's see if I can do 2 and floating. You can. There you go. You've got a floating one, very small. I don't know how small that is. There you go. You can actually do a floating one there. But you can move it to the bin. You can get rid of that. Back to your multitask. Then again, I even said it with OnePlus. And OnePlus had a bigger screen of 13:2. I still think having 3 apps was kind of overkill. I think 2 is more than enough. I personally don't like working with 2. I just like 1 at a time. Pretty simple person I am. So there you go. That's pretty simple. What I'm going to do is try using the pen. This pen here is, oh man, I still got residue. I need to clean that up. This pen is, or pencil, sorry, is, the levels are 4096 pressure point. It's actually pretty good. I've been using it. Okay, I need to make sure it's on. There you go, it's on now on this ain't so bad. It doesn't seem to have tilt or any pressure. It's just one single. There you go. You've got eraser. You got. It's actually not bad. Maybe it's just an app. If it's got a better app, you can probably use the tilting. But it actually does. It's not. You can see for yourself. It's not that latency. Let's try the 12s or the circles. It's actually pretty good. It's actually really good. So there you go. So that's not bad. So it does everything you want if you want to do a bit of sketching, a bit of note taking. So it has all of that. What I'm going to do now is go into one of my YouTube videos and play some sound. This has 6 speakers altogether, and for some bizarre reason it's disappeared. Let's play some sound, some music. Here we are. Okay, I'm going to do a bit of the volume up. What do you think? That sounds pretty good, pretty loud. Of course, it does have that little tingy sound. It's not as bassy, it's not as full as the OnePlus. But then I keep on trying to compare. OnePlus is a flagship. It's got 8 speakers, but it's really good. Like I keep on saying, what I pay for $269.99 keyboard and pen is actually doing really good. All right then. So what I'm going to do is play some games. There you go. Need for Speed, No Limits. Shame, I tried to connect this to Xbox controller. It didn't work. But then again, I didn't really try too much. Maybe someone in the comments let me know if you can. I was using the on-screen steering wheel. The graphics are pretty decent. It's not amazing, but it does its job. I know there's probably a lot of people asking me, hey, you should install Genshin Impact or one of those type of games. But like I mentioned, it's just not for me. I don't play console games. Okay, you have to go through all this madness. Let me pause it and then actually get into a game. We're back. You can see a little steering wheel here. Put the volume a little bit. It's actually not bad, isn't it? It's running pretty smooth. You can see it's probably 30 frames per second. Oops. Let me just do a boost. Yeah, please let me know if you can actually put a controller, because Couldn't find any, but then again, I wasn't really searching too much. There you go, it does its job. Not amazing, but games like these you can put, I assume you can put Genshin Impact on mid to low settings, running at about 30 frames per second. I don't see any reason why not. I actually quite like this. It's quite smoothing, relaxing. I mean, just twisting. So you can see it's pretty capable as well. All right, then let's just finish that off. So overall, all in all, it's actually a really decent tablet. You know, it's a 16:10. 16:10 is my favorite aspect ratio for entertainment. I still think 3:2 or even the 7:5 by OnePlus are the best all-rounder. Keyboard's good. You can see that it has this thing to protect it. You fold it up, and you watch my video unboxing. It comes with some of this. I thought it's like a case for a knife. Your pen goes in here. You have to stick to the back. And if I do resell it, I'll pull this, gonna be like a big residue. All in all, see, I said I like the camera. I said the same thing with OnePlus. I wish that they kept the camera in the middle, but I think overall this design is actually my favorite tablet so far. Nice and light. The keyboard and case adds a little bit of bulk, but it's not too bad. But you are getting a case and a keyboard together, and plus you got that as well. So it's kind of almost like a surviving kit for tablets. So overall, I think it's a really good tablet, considering the price, $292.69 that I pay for is $299. Unfortunately, anyone who wants to buy it now, you're just going to get the tablet. But you know, it's back to school soon, next month. So Honor, they always do sales. So I wouldn't be surprised if they actually do another sale soon. So keep an eye on that. But I do recommend it for the price. It actually does a great job. Sounds great. Watches movies great. Battery life is good. I've been using it last few days, not too heavily, and I still got, you hope you see that, 71%. The pen's good. It does what it needs to do. It's not amazing, but it does what it needs to do for that price again. Remember, 12 gigabytes around 256. Some company like Samsung or even Apple charge you around 600, 700 pounds for this kind of hardware and so on. I mean, I don't expect the screen, like I said, never bothered me too much about IPS, LCD or OLED. Of course, I would love to have OLED, but with OLED, you add more money. So overall, it's a really good tablet. I really do enjoy it. I do recommend it for that pricing. Anybody's looking for a good budget tablet who actually can perform entertainment, play a bit of games, do some work, and also the keyboard's good, like I said. But I do miss, I keep on mentioning this, and if any tablet now that is over 12 inches should have a trackpad. Once you use trackpad, it's really hard to go back to because it's kind of weird, if you know what I mean. But that aside, you have to remember the price. Anyway, I'd like to say thank you for watching to the end. Until next time, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. Please do stay safe. Until next time, one more thing, please like and subscribe, all that cool stuff. Thank you in advance. Goodbye.